What up, world? Man, y'all know what this is. It's my rap talk for February. Obviously, I'm talking about Eminem this month. Um, I mean, if you saw my January rap talk video, then you get the breakdown. I'm just gonna talk about an artist of my choosing and their solo career. So no D12, no Bad Meets Evil, no Watch the Throne. Um, what Off the top of my head, those are like the only albums. Like, for example, if Kendrick and J. Cole do their album, if I do a J. Cole video or a Kendrick video, I won't talk about their collaborative album. I'll speak upon the track that Kendrick was on Born Center. Um, I'll talk about, I don't know, a 50 Cent guest spot on Relapse, as you will see later. Um, you know what I'm saying? I won't talk about The Firm. I won't talk about any other shit, you know. But if I talk about clips, then if I talk about the clips, then it's Lord willing, He'll Have No Fury, till the casket drops. I won't talk about My Name Is My Name or Hear Ye Him. You feel what I'm saying? So let's just start right along, because I wanna knock this shit out. Eminem first solo album, the Slim Shady LP. Man, just off top, like just check out the cover. Yeah, that's Eminem career in a nutshell. Everybody, I assume that's Kim's leg hanging out the trunk. That's Haley and him on the pier, and I don't want to go track by track. This video will be like 2 hours long if I go track by track on every single album. Um, so just the public service announcement, man. The shit that Eminem albums became known for. Um, I mean, it was hilarious. My Name Is the single that catapulted him into just fucking superstar pop culture fame. Guilty Conscience. He just him and Dre, like a sign of things to come. But this is arguably their best collaboration. I love Guilty Conscience. Man, Brain Damage. Just the things that he rhymes in Brain Damage, the storytelling in Brain Damage, so fucking dope. Um, Bonnie and Clyde, you know, he flipped Tupac's Me and My Girlfriend, but he did it with his daughter, like Jay did it with Beyonce, Eminem did it with Haley. Role Model is dope as fuck. My Fault is hilarious, and it's another just, oh my, creative fucking storytelling. Um, just Don't Give a Fuck, you know what I'm saying? That's shit from the Slim Shady EP. Bad Meets Evil, him and Royce, a preview of their collaborative album. Um, and then Still Don't Give a Fuck. And like, as you can tell, man, I think the Slim Shady LP is dope as hell. It's like, I'm gonna throw this out there right now, man. I feel like M got three classics. M first three albums are all classic, and then the rest of his shit. And man, Eminem's second album, the Marshall Mathers LP. Once again, check out the cover. He's sitting on the front porch of his childhood home. Um, Public service announcement again is just basically telling you what you was offended by on the first album. It's multiplied in this shit. I would say M changes up his style slightly. I mean, it's more. I think he pushes the envelope a lot more on the second album. The wordplay, the rhyme schemes, like this shit came out what, a little over a year after his first album, and the way that he elevated just the wordplay, just the skill, man, yeah, like this shit deserved to sell diamond. You know what I mean? Kill You, man. Like, I can't even talk about that shit. It's so fucking dope. Cause I'ma kill you. Like, I don't even want to get hype over a certain song, cause I'll start spitting that shit. Stan, one of his most popular tracks ever. Who Knew? The chorus is so fucking dope on this song. Um, the Way I Am, I love The Way I Am. Just the wordplay on that shit. Once again, just the rhyme patterns. It's just so fucking clever. the real Slim Shady. Everybody, I love the real Slim Shady. It don't matter how fucking pop it became, how radio the shit is. Like the shit that he did with all of them lookalikes at the MTV VMAs, that shit was genius. Marshall Mathers, the King Kniff skit, he shit on ICP. Like that shit is gay as fuck. And I mean it's hilarious. It's so fucking gross. Um Drug Ballad was that's the one where he says back when Mark Wahlberg was Marky Mark, this is how we used to make the party start. We used to mix in some Bacardi Dark, and when it kicks in, shit like that. And Amityville, man, it introduces you to Bizarre and his random ass fucking rhymes. Um Bitch Please too. Bitch Please was on Snoop Dogg's No Limit Top Dog album. Eminem wasn't on that one. Dre produced Bitch Please 2. It's got Dre, it's got Nate Dogg, Exhibit, and Snoop on it. And then M kind of raps like all of them for a little portion of his verse. And then Under the Influence, the first guest spot from D12. Um, and then, oh man, look, Conniva, Con Artist, Proof, Swifty McVeigh. Like, they was all killing it. And then Criminal, once again, like I was talking about, just the storytelling. Just Criminal is just raw business. And then Eminem third album, man, the Eminem Show. He definitely switched up his style for this shit. It was more tame, but it was more mature. You know what I mean? It's 2 years after the Marshall Mathers LP, and just from Jump Street, man. Like, the public service announcement wasn't there. White America was. And White America was the first track, and just like M produced most of this album. Dre got his beats in, and like Dre, in my opinion, beats stood out, but M had some shit. This is where like M showed like he could make beats, man. Uh, Cleaning Out My Closet, like currently M has said that he hates that song, but for the time that it came out, man, just the veracity and the anger in his voice, and he just painted a picture verbally of everything he was going through with his moms. And then Square Dance, he started shitting on cannabis. Soldier, he was talking about his struggle with Kim. Um, just like he had so many jams on this, and a lot of them hit radio too, man. Without Me, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody's heard Without Me, the introduction to Obi Trice, man, the story that him and Obi told on Drips. Sing for the Moment, the Superman video ended up on the 8 Mile DVD. I wonder if that shit's on my Blu-ray. I'm pretty sure it is. When the Music Stops with D12, just dope, man. Just dope as fuck, man. This is another album that deserved to go diamond. Till I Collapse with Nate Dogg, man. Like I could rock with that shit nonstop. Him and Haley on My Dad's Gone Crazy. Um, like I can't fucking prop this album enough, man. I love this album. It's one of my favorite albums of all time. Man, later that year, man, the 8 Mile soundtrack came out, and Lose Yourself alone, I feel like is one of the best rap songs of all time. Just for the lyricism and just like his wordplay and rhyme patterns and shit. But you know what I'm saying? Just if you haven't heard 8 Mile soundtrack, man, check that shit out. It's got Jay-Z, it's got Nas on it. Who else is on that shit? 50 Cent, Obi Trice, D12. Like I said, Jay-Z, Nas, Freeway, Rakim. But then 2 years after that, man, Encore came out, and M has publicly said that he was on drugs during the making of this shit, and it shows, man, because this was like the first time, you know what I'm saying, like 5 years into his career, 4 albums, and what 6 years into his career, 4 albums. Eminem is human on this shit. And you can tell, man, because like while Never Enough is a good song, like Toy Soldiers, Mosh, um, he's got a lot of trash on this album, like Rain Man, Big Weenie, Just Lose It, Ass Like That, um, like man, that's when he like started to get cartoony, I guess. And like it shows like he still gets deep, you know what I'm saying? Shit like Mockingbird, and then Crazy in Love, you know, so he's always rapping about Kim. Like for the time, it's like the time an Eminem album comes out, everybody is head over heels with that shit. And then like the shit marinates, and the encore is damn near garbage. Like 50 Cent is on what 3 tracks? He got D12 on this motherfucker. Nate Dogg is on a track. Um, Spend some time, man. Like Stackwell, Obi Trice, 50 Cent. It was like the shady aftermath. G Unit Powers was just in full force. Like I love that song just because it's one of the few tracks that had like the flagship artists on that motherfucker. Like, this album had mad controversy because he was talking about George Bush on Mosh. But just looking back, man, I think everybody will admit that Encore wasn't Eminem's finest hour. And then like M went on a long ass hiatus. He dealt with it with his drug addiction, and then 5 years later in 2009 he come out with Relapse. Um, and just the first track is called Dr. West, and I remember the end of 2008, beginning of 2009, whenever the track list leaked out, everybody was like, "Oh shit, is Kanye West gonna be on Eminem album?" And nah, like Eminem has stated multiple times that his favorite TV show of all time is The Wire, and Jimmy McNulty, the main character, the main cop from The Wire, is played by Dominic West, and he played Dr. West. And just the way that he was tormenting him, the way that that shit led into 3 a.m. 3 a.m. is dope as fuck. I don't care what nobody say. All this time later, 3 a.m. is dope as fuck. My mom, anybody with mom issues can relate to that shit. Insane. Like I ain't even like when this shit first came out. I was like, okay, M is doing something different, rapping in these weird ass voices. But now, like I don't even notice that shit, and I be rapping along with this shit like it's still brand new. Bagpipes from Baghdad, man. Oh my gosh, that shit is so funny. Nick Cannon and Mariah Carey got so butthurt over that shit. We Made You, the first single. That's the last. This was the last album that his first single was still some like funny cartoony shit, and that formula really didn't work because a lot of people didn't feel this album. I felt this album, but I mean, I understand why M shits on this album because he said on Recovery on his next album he said Encore I was on drugs, Relapse I was flushing them out. So I mean, his judgment was still a little impaired. Old Time's Sake with Dr. Dre, that shit goes. Must Be the Ganja, Deja Vu, Beautiful, man. Them songs are dope as hell. Crack a Bottle is the weakest song on this album. I don't care what nobody say. It's the only feature from another artist besides Dr. Dre on his album. 50 Cent. I mean, his verse wasn't even that dope. But I mean, overall, man, I dig Relapse. After Relapse, there was rumors of Relapse 2 because Eminem said he was gonna come out with Relapse 2, but he realized that he didn't like Relapse, so he wanted to switch up the whole formula, and he made Recovery. It came out like 14 months after Relapse, and he did change up his formula. If you ask me, there's only one Dr. Dre beat. I don't think Eminem made any beats on Recovery. Just Blaze got some beats. Mr. Porter, Boy Wonder, who made Not Afraid, the lead single. Jim Johnson, Alex the Kid. I think with Havoc made a beat. Havoc from Mobb Deep made the last track. And then feature wise, there's no shady aftermath G Unit artists on this entire CD. Like Won't Back Down with Pink is a good song. Not Afraid is dope as hell. No Love, one of Lil Wayne's dopest verses over the past 7 years. Spacebound, Love the Way You Lie. Love the Way You Lie goes. I don't care what y'all say. But this is one of the albums like I see a lot of fans be trying to shit on Eminem. Oh, he's not a rapper anymore. He's pop. He's a mainstream pop artist. he's selling out. Eminem is selling out. Nah, man, he make good music with popular artists. Um, so bad is the only Dr. Dre beat, and So Bad goes hard as fuck. He shouted out Ed Lover on this shit. Um, yeah, like I like Recovery. Like I said with Relapse, like some motherfuckers don't like Recovery. I like Recovery. Let's move on to M last album right quick, man. Eminem most recent album, the Marshall Mathers LP2. Um, like the cover is eerily similar to the Marshall Mathers LP. As you can see, he he took a picture of his childhood home again, but it's abandoned. You know what I'm saying? Um, and like I heard that there was like too much shit around the stoop that he couldn't sit on the step again, so it couldn't be exact. And like if you look at the framing from the first Marshall Mathers LP and this one, you could tell that the framing isn't exact from the first one. So I mean, nitpicking ass motherfuckers might not like that, but like starting off with the first song, man, Bad Guy. It's a continuation of Stan. Stan's little brother is basically trying to get revenge, and like I thought that shit was silly as fuck. Just I'm still listening to this album like it just came out, and I mean it's cold. Parking lot. There's a skit before Criminal, and Dre is telling M don't kill nobody. You know what I'm saying, but obviously if you've heard the first Marshall Mathers LP, you know he pulled the trigger. Dre left him. Dre fucking left him, and then like it just goes on from there basically. Rhyme or Reason, the sample on Rhyme or Reason is so fucking cold. Um, Survival, like I ain't even like Survival when I first heard it, but it's grown on me. I get hyped for Survival now, man. Um, Asshole, Berserk. Berserk was another one I didn't really feel, but now I like it. Rap God. I still don't have Rap God like completely down pat. I'm getting there though. Um, I mean, stronger than I was. Like he's kind of like singing, but not really. But my nitpicking ass, he's rapping about, you know what I'm saying, problems, relationship problems with a female, but he say like November 31st. Every time I hear that, I just shake my head like, dog, like November 31st. Get the fuck on with that shit. The Monster with Rihanna, just another radio jam, another song that's gonna be all over the radio. Man, so far the sample to So Far is dope as fuck, but So Far is lyrically horrible. Like every time I hear this shit, he's rapping about taking a shit. Um, and yeah, like having a nosebleed in the grocery. Like So Far is whack. Um, and like this album, he uses a lot of sound effects. Like while the bars are still there and everybody knows Eminem can still rap, he uses a lot of sound effects and a lot of like, I don't know, things to get motherfuckers to laugh. Like I don't know, I just don't like shit like that. But Kendrick Lamar killed Love Game. Headlights Headlights, like after years and years and years, Eminem finally like admitted that he kind of did his mom wrong while they did each other wrong. They won't ever have like a face-to-face relationship, but Eminem's basically saying no hard feelings. And then Evil Twin, the last track. Evil Twin is my favorite song on this whole album because it's back. I feel like it is back to early Eminem, and he's just rapping about whatever he wants. He don't give a fuck who it offends, and he's just going in whatever he feels like saying. He is saying that shit. I hope M comes out with some new shit. I heard he's doing a new album with D12, but he's not gonna be predominantly featured like the other two albums. What's your favorite Eminem album? Mine is the Eminem Show. But like encore aside, I can rock with every single Eminem CD. But even his most recent one, like not everybody is unanimously feeling that shit. I don't know if Eminem will ever get back to the mountaintop where every single song, every single word is just head over heels praised. Um, unless I get some requests, I'm gonna do my March rap talk on Jay-Z. Even though if I get some requests, I know it's probably gonna be some artists that I'm not really fucking with. As far as hip hop reviews, I'll probably end up reviewing that Rick Ross, maybe that Mastermind album that's coming out a week or two. I'm not completely sold on Schoolboy Q. Somebody sell me on that shit because I'm interested in hearing it. I just don't want to buy it, and I don't be downloading. Um, Check out my movie talk Philip Seymour Hoffman video that I just posted. My review for 3 Days to Kill. I got raps all the time, as y'all motherfuckers know. I mean, that's it for me, man. Peace.